Let's go. My girl was on a mission tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a huge win for the Indiana Fever, taking down the Seattle Storm, put up 94 points. And honestly, like, I couldn't be happier for the team, for the coaching staff, for getting a win like this, because I mean, two tough losses, and then you go to Seattle, you go to a team that's a top 4 team in the league, top 5, so much talent on a roll, and the Fever come in and we get the upset. We play up to our potential. Even with struggles, I think we found another gear. We played 4 solid quarters of basketball. It's hard to ask for much more from this. And yes, Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston played lights out. They've always had that potential, but everyone around them from the defensive effort really played up tonight. Really played up on the boards. Shout out to Erica Wheeler. You know, E-Weezy. She played a hell of a game. And thank you, Erica, for not playing good enough a game to win. But happy for her. She played angry, man. There was one point where she was like slapping the ball from Caitlin Clark when Caitlin Clark's holding it out of bounds before it's inbounded. The refs like aren't seeing it, but like she was playing angry. Like that Storm team did not want to lose to the Fever. Skylar was angry. She's slapping the floor, dropping F-bombs. I mean, we did it. We did it. And I want to say that Stephanie White deserves credit for this win. Her coaching staff, they prepped well. Their defense ticked up a notch. They were playing great. They iced out a lot of the bigs. They made adjustments throughout the game. They just had great stands, and it wasn't until too late in the game did the Storm finally find some threes, thanks to Erica Wheeler. But it was too late. It was too late. We got too big of a lead, and the team just played consistent, and they played with energy. And importantly, I'm also going to have to say, and I hate to say this, and we'll get into it later, but I think that as a coach, being able to bench your star player when they're giving up too many empty possessions takes a lot of guts. And I give Stephanie White credit for that third quarter, because as much as I hate to say it, as much as I hate to see it, it had to happen. It helped to lead us to the win. And she still was giving Clark chances to gain confidence back, right? But we'll get into all that later. But rebounding 38 to 21, 15 offensive rebounds, absolutely huge. Love to Lexi Hull. We'll talk about her. And I have to start off with my girl, Aaliyah Boston. I mean, what a game. 31 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Absolute monster of a game. She was relentless, just taking the ball to the hole. Like the Storm were just like please stop. They couldn't stop her. They couldn't stop her all night. And she had the double spin move. Like, she was putting them in the blender. Like, Aaliyah Boston was having a night of nights. What a great game for her, and her defensive impact, absolutely massive. Like, Aaliyah Boston, MVP of the game, so close to being not the MVP of the game, because Kelsey Mitchell got us through the mid stretch. She caught on fire. Like, I was seeing like NBA Jam. Like, that ball was catching on fire out of her hand. It was lighting the net on fire. Like, whoa, look out. Man, she hit so many clutch threes. She just kept raining it down on them. And she just kept going. She was the Energizer Bunny. She was the missile. She was flying around nonstop, doing everything that we needed out of her. Lexi Hull, huge rebound night for her. It led the team again in rebounds, 11 rebounds, a lot of great putbacks, a lot of offensive rebounds from her. Her pursuit this game was huge. She was great on defense, had 15 points, 2 steals, beast of a game from Lexi Hull. Now, Sophie Cunningham didn't fill the stat sheet, but she didn't also hurt us. Got some good defensive plays in, good times in, got some rebounds. Bree Turner, tonight she was basically just a defensive rotation, and her only stats that appeared were she had a turnover and foul. And so, like, I guess, you know, we still are on Timpson watch. There has to be something that the coaches are seeing in practice that our hopes can't overcome. Because at this point, like, I would expect her to get some time in this game. I mean, I know we got scary. We didn't want to blow a lead and we don't want to make a mistake. But at the same time, you're not getting much better out of Breon Turner. So hopefully we see her show up if we get another big lead in the Sparks game upcoming or something like that at home. That would be big for us. Listen, I don't know what happened the previous game against the Aces, but I'm not going to lay off Stephanie White for not playing Dantas, for giving that horrible excuse that she played Brianna Turner because she thought she was a better matchup. No, never. What are we doing here? And now we're going to be missing her, which sucks because her offense was great. She had 5 rebounds, some good defensive moments. I mean, Dantas is great, and it's gonna be brutal to have her gone, but maybe we'll see with the DeWanna Bonner news that came out what happens there if we get some help and relief there. Now, elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. So she is officially in a slump, and her being benched in the third quarter was the correct decision. Like it was good to have her out. Let us go on runs, sustained run without her. Our defense played much better. She does a lot well. She does spread the court. Her passing has still been good most of the time. There are times where you see how some players receive passes from Caitlin Clark, and then you see how Aaliyah Boston anticipates and receives the pass. And there's a stark difference. And yes, you can chalk some of it up to that. But there's also just defensive lapses, and there's other little things, lazy passes that happened again that are just showing me that she's like not as sharp. She's not as locked in. Something is going on with her and her slump that is causing too many empty possessions. And if you have too many empty possessions, you're hurting the team. It doesn't matter if you get punished for all of them, for all the turnovers. I was the guy that did all the turnover math last year, and the turnover math was she was giving up 5.5 points per game. But on the flip side, she was making 40 plus points of offense. Well, this year, the problem is just she's not making up the points of offense, right? Her offense is going down. The turnovers are going up. The play is just, it's getting to the fever. And tonight was a night where she needed to sit. Stephanie White made the call, sat her, but then still got her in, still got her confidence. She came out in the fourth quarter, hit a nice little jumper. She was still mentally in it. But yeah, there's just so many times where it's like, hey, you know what? Take a seat and figure it out. Find yourself, because man, when she finally locks back in, and this team is firing on all cylinders like they were tonight, like that's a 110 point game. Like we're not even in the 90. We're just blazing teams. There's no way they will touch us. So I'm looking forward to that time. But for right now, you know, Caitlin Clark's in her slump. I hope they figure it out. I hope that it's just her recovering, coming back from her injury, working through it, getting back into shape, plus a little bit of the stuff that, you know, who knows if what's going on, if the DeWanna Bonner stuff is getting to her mentally as well. There's a lot of pressure. I think we see Caitlin Clark throughout most of her career just being an absolute killer, but she's dealing with something new. She's dealing with an injury that she had to sit out with. She's dealing with a lot of stuff on top of all the pressure that is on her. I think it's reasonable for us to give her some grace. She deserves it. And I like that her attitude still tonight, like she was still smiling. She was still supporting her team on the bench. Those are all good signs to that. She just needs to find her shot again, get out of the slump, and she'll be good. And we'll be off to the races again. And hopefully we get that when she goes back and plays the Sparks. I believe she can do it, and hopefully we see it. So with all that said, what did you think of the game? What was your favorite moment of this game? And as always, remember, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. And I'll catch you next episode.